Star Wars 7x7 episode 2910. All right, today is the final day of our series of interviews from Star Wars Celebration featuring story architects from the High Republic. And today, if you've been following along, you probably know exactly who we have on tap. It's Daniel José Older. Punch it. Hey Rebel Rouser, I'm Alan Voivod and this is Star Wars 7x7, your daily dose of Star Wars joy. And thank you so much for joining me for it. So as we've been doing in this run-up, this countdown to 3,000 episodes, I've been sharing some of the kind words that have been shared on Apple Podcasts about Star Wars 7x7. And today the one I'm sharing comes from Jasmine2002 with a headline, Love, Love, Love This Podcast. And the review itself says, I listen for my daily dose of Star Wars joy. Such a wonderful podcast with so much information. When you listen, it quickly becomes apparent that Alan has a huge love for all things Star Wars. Thank you so much for this amazing show. And Jasmine, thank you so much for those wonderful, kind words. And thank you so much for appreciating what I'm doing here. I am thrilled to be doing this for you every single day and will be continuing to do so when we get to our 8th anniversary and to 3,000 episodes and beyond. So onward and upward with this episode of the show, though I will stop and say that if you personally have not left a review yet, if you're listening on Apple Podcasts or Spotify or wherever you're getting the show, you can still leave a review at Apple Podcasts and it helps people find this daily dose of Star Wars joy that they can add to their lives. So thank you very much in advance for leaving a review. Thank you, Jasmine, and thank you to everybody who has left reviews so far. All right, so let's jump to the interview. Daniel José Older is the 5th and final one of the original story architects of the High Republic mega enormous publishing initiative, multimedia initiative, really. And he was around the other side of the table. So we basically, do you really want to know? Like, it basically went counterclockwise around the table. So it was Kevin Scott on my right, and then Justina, and then Claudia directly across from me, and then Charles Soule, and then Daniel José Older immediately on my left. Daniel has actually been on the podcast before. I had the opportunity to interview him at length a while back, and that was really fun and awesome. And so this was the first time I'd gotten to do a one-question interview with him, which was terrific. And because of the fact that the recorder had been making its way around the table basically through this whole PR event situation, Daniel already knew what the questions were going to be, so I didn't even have to ask him. He just grabbed the recorder and ran with it. And so that's what we're going to do here. We're going to run with Daniel José Older's, why do I keep stumbling on that? Sorry about that. Daniel José Older's response to the one question interview, really 3 questions. And before we do it, it just remains for me to say thank you so much for joining me for this show as always, and may the force be with you wherever in the world you may be. And now, without further ado, here is Daniel José Older.
All right. I am Daniel José Older. Apparently, my Star Wars claim to fame is coffee, lesbians, and dad stuff. I was informed about that by Alden Diaz, the podcaster, and I'll take it.
Shocking. Buckets of Blood is
lower on the list now. I think it's all vibes. As far as lessons and life lessons, a lot of the work I've been doing in the High Republic has to do with the idea of loving and letting go. And I do think when the Jedi are at their best, they know how to love and how to let go, and that those two things are always intertwined. Doesn't always work out well, though. As far as where to find me, on Twitter, I'm at DJ Older. On Instagram, I'm at Daniel Jose1. And on TikTok, I'm at Daniel José Older. But most importantly, I am, yes. Not as much recently. But my website is danieljoseolder.net. And that's where you can find books and blogs and writing lessons.
That's terrific. Thank you very much.
7x7 is not endorsed or sponsored yet by Lucasfilm Limited, Disney, or 20th Century Fox, and is intended for entertainment and information purposes only. Star Wars, the Star Wars logo, all names and pictures of Star Wars characters, vehicles, and any other Star Wars-related items are registered trademarks and/or copyrights of Lucasfilm Limited, or their respective trademark and copyright holders. May the force be with them. All original content is copyright 2021 by Star Wars 7x7. We hope you love it.